Hi, I'm Jay Beecham. I want to sell my stuff, my program, my system. How do I do that? I know. I'll just decide what I'm going to say, start the camera rolling. Right? Simple. Well, there's some other considerations should be taken into account, like, well, location. Should it be outside, inside, in my garage, up on a hilltop, by the swimming pool? It kind of depends upon what I'm trying to convey to my audience, what I'm selling. And then, what do I wear? My old duds? Or should I dress up in a suit? Should I stand? Should I sit? Then there's the sound. Outside, there might be distractions from traffic, or I might squeak my chair. Got to consider those things. I don't want to close myself in a studio, where it's soundproof, because that would give me a false impression of what I'm trying to get at. Should I use graphics, a board, PowerPoints, testimonials, screenshots? Now this is getting complicated. Because if I don't plan this out, it's going to be one lousy video. Oh, I'll just talk. Now, there are 3 people that I watched in videos just recently that I want to mention. And then I'll mention a 4th one. The 3 were kind of okay. The one guy was on stage, and he had some good points and some bad points. The other one was a guy standing up, and the other one is a guy just sitting in his office chair like I am now. The 4th guy was standing up. He was standing up, and he was sort of in front of a nondescript background. And he was telling this thing, and it was 3, 4, 5, 7-minute video, wasn't very long, but he kept talking, and his hands kept doing all kinds of funny things all the while he was talking, and that's basically what I want to talk about, because I don't remember a thing he said. All I remember is his hands flailing here and there that added nothing to what he was saying and were totally distracting. Now, I've watched some good videos. My point in the whole thing of this whole video is to say, hey, if you're going to talk, you're going to use your hands, make them mean something. 2 good cases in point. I watched 2 publisher clearinghouses little videos, where they're trying to get you to believe that you're going to win the next big billion-dollar jackpot. Well, the guy had a screenshot basically from his rib cage up. Once in a while he brought a hand up. You could tell he was just folding his hands down in front of him the rest of the time. Once in a while he'd bring his hand up to point or make a point. Now the next one was also from Publishing Clearinghouse. It was the beautiful lady, and she's almost a full body shot, guess because she's pretty and they think that that's going to sell. And she's talking, and she puts her hands down, folds them in front of her. Once in a while she brings her hands up, but every time she did, it didn't really have anything to do with what she was saying. She was just moving her hands. She was okay, but not great. So what do you do with your hands? I'm kind of thinking that some of these people, if their hands were folded or tied to their sides or tied behind their backs, they couldn't talk at all. Somehow their vocal cords in their brain are tied to their hands, and if their hands can't move, they can't talk. I don't think this has anything to do with nationality. I think this has to do with poor habits. People just maybe aren't aware that they're throwing their hands all over the place. And so get rid of your hands. Zoom into the chest up. Just a headshot. If you're trying to sell something, don't use your hands all the time. They're distracting. Unless those hand motions have something to do with what you're trying to say at the moment. You're going to have to plan that out if you're like most people, like an actor or actress does. Plan out your motions. Plan out the way you say something. The emphasis you put on words. So not only are you planning your speech out, but you're planning your hand motions, and you're not just doing... One presenter did this the whole time. Either both hands clockwise or one hand counterclockwise. They're a great motivational speaker. Don't remember one thing that man ever said. All I remember is his hands gyrating all the time. Gyrating, gyrating, gyrating. So, this is Jay Beecham for the How Not To series. Don't use your hands unless they have something to do with what you're saying. They're distracting and don't help your message, and you're not going to sell anything because people are going to get disgusted looking at your hand motions that have nothing to do with what you're saying. So until next time, this is Jay Beecham. Keep your hands down to your side.